just the other day.
So how does one accidentally join a rock and roll band? Oh, it's true. It happened, and it wasn't anything I intended. So if you're interested in a fun story, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you how I accidentally joined a rock band when I was 50, and it's kind of a cool story. So here's what happened. I was wanting to learn how to play my guitar for a camping trip that we were going to go on with our family, and I've always wanted to play guitar, and I've been dabbling off and on my whole life, and I've never been good at it. Just terrible at it. And I've always had a guitar, but I just wanted to learn. And I had run into a friend that I had made at a networking club, and she introduced me to a guy that was teaching these guitar classes. So I wanted to go, but I was such a chicken. Like, the first time I was going to go, I couldn't find my guitar. Turns out my son had thought it was his guitar and he took it, so I didn't have a guitar. So I was off the hook. And this was just me wanting to do this, so nobody was making me do this. So then I got it back, and for 2 or 3 weeks, I chickened out. I didn't want to go in there, and I just was scared. Like, it was going to be embarrassing. I don't know how to play, and it would be embarrassing. And I finally went in there, and it was just as horrendous as I expected. There was a bunch of young people, like kids, like children. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. So I got the guitar out, and the teacher had me kind of pull it out, and he said, sure, show me what you know. And he said, here, sing this song, teach your children well, from Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I'm like, what? Sing a song in front of all these kids? So I just sang it a little bit, and he's like, okay, you should probably sing and play, you'll learn faster. And I'm like, I don't think so. So I did see there was one older gentleman in the class, and I went and sat by him, and that was my comfort zone. Now let me tell you, nobody else in this class was being asked to sing and play. They were just playing and, learning all their stuff. And I was like, every time it got to me, show me what you know, sing a song. I'm like, I can't do this. It's so embarrassing. One time there was a mom waiting for her kid, and I knew her. And she's like listening to me sing this song horrendously. I was like, I couldn't even breathe. My mouth got all dry, and I was so embarrassed. But, I always had Frank, this older guy. Not even saying older, he's probably younger than I am now, because I'm almost 60. And it's funny because this happened a decade ago, and I think about it a lot because it was a milestone year for me when I turned 50, and now I'm about to have another milestone year of 60, and I'm kind of wondering what fabulous thing is going to happen for me now. And so one day, Frank, the only other person that was an adult in the room, he didn't come to class. I was so embarrassed to be there, just this like mom, grandma-me kind of person in this room with all these young people. So I came home and I told my husband, I go, get your guitar out, you're coming with me, so that I won't be the only person in the room. So he comes, and meanwhile, the band leader, the teacher, was also a band leader. He had a little band, and they always practiced in the other room, and we were in the class, and so I brought my husband, and so one day the guitar teacher called me at home. Like, what is he calling me for? And he said that, this gal was moving away, and she was the girl that sang with him at the farmer's market, and would I come in and learn her part? I was like, wait, what? I can't do that. I literally can't do that. And he goes, you don't have to do anything. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You just have to trust me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. Like he said, I'm just going to do it. And so I made my husband come with me. We went from being in the guitar class to the other room, because he kind of went between the two, and we just started kind of jamming with them. And he was like teaching me what he wanted me to do. And he looked at my husband and he said, show me what you know on the guitar. And my husband had brought this harmonica. He had this harmonica. He always had a harmonica, one harmonica. And he said, well, play it for me. And he played it. And he goes, now listen, you're pretty good at the guitar, but harmonica, that's your thing. That's really what you're good at. So he taught him that he needed a whole set of harmonicas, that they were different keys. It was just like this whole world was opening up to my sweet husband. And he was just like so excited that he was going to learn how to play the harmonica. And he didn't even have to learn. He just knew. He always just knew. It was just this gift. So once he learned the ins and outs of having the different keys, and knowing how to play a key in the song and learning the structure of a song and when was his time to play this and when was his time to play that. That's all. But how to play a harmonica, he just knew. He just knew. Now me, I was not gifted at any of it. Like, I knew nothing. I could sing. I could carry a tune. I was always in choir in high school. So it's not as though I didn't know that. But it's not my gift. It was never my gift. Singing in the car and the kids would tell me, stop it, Mom. So it's not like I didn't think that I had this whoa, this big gift. But it was just like this thing, who would turn this down, right? So I started going every week, and he would give me an assignment, and I would just do what I was told. All I ever did was what I was told. He just would teach me. And it was kind of cool probably for him because he got somebody who was willing to do it his way. I never had my way. I never had a way. I didn't have an idea of what my way would be. So I just sang exactly what he told me to sing, the exact way he told me to sing it, and he became my comfort zone. And what happened was really quickly on, it came time to play at this farmer's market, and this is in my own community, right? So I was like, I hope nobody I know is going to be there. Who would be there that I would know? This is not going to happen, right? So we get there, and lots of people I knew were there. And one of my really, really good friends, she just looked at me. She goes, "What are you doing? I didn't know you were, what's happening?" And I'm like, "Please don't look at me. Just go away." And I was just I thought I was going to die. Literally die. So we did the whole summer of farmer's market, and it was a blast. It was so fun. It was just so fun. It was so relaxed and fun, and I kept learning. And he quickly, the teacher, now band leader, John, he finally invited my husband and I to join with him and his real band that did real gigs to go to this gig at a gig. That's what you call it. Did you know? It's called a gig. If you get a show, you get to go play your music. It's called a gig. There's so many things I didn't know. I didn't even know that. So he had a gig, and he wanted us to come. And my friend that introduced me to him was going to be there. We were all going to be there, and we were going to assist them. We were going to sing and play and just round it out a little bit more. There was just the three of them, or the two of them. I think it was just two of them. And we were going to play with them. So I got to play with a whole band for the first time ever, a real band. It was a country club. It was everybody's dressed nice, and we played this a mix between, some older music, some soft music that you would have for dinner, and then some heavy rock and roll 50s, 60s, and 70s, and that's pretty much where we stopped. And it's just this dream come true, amazing. I would look around and think, am I really standing here right now? There were so many cool things. Did you know that when you hear them count 1, 2, 3 at the beginning of a song, they're setting the beat for the song? I didn't even know that. So the person that's leading is the drummer or the leader of the band is gonna say 1, 2, 3, and that's the beat of the song. I was that was eye-opening for me. Songs have keys. I didn't know. So if it's the singer is too high or too low, you can find a different key. And so I didn't have to figure anything out because I had John figuring it out for me. He would just kind of test me to find my key, and he would just say, "Here's your key," and he would play. That band would play in my key. I remember one time we were playing, and it just felt weird. I was singing my song, but it just felt weird. And later on, he said, "Did you notice that I started out in the wrong key?" I didn't notice, but it was hard to sing, and I couldn't figure out why. It was too high. So it's funny. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. We got to where we were playing 2 and 3 nights a week, every single week, literally every single week. I look back, we played probably with them for about 3 years, so a lot of gigs. I honestly can't remember them all. I remember my favorites. It was just a blast. I just remember this feeling I learned how to set things up. I learned where all the chords went. I learned how to plug things in. I learned so much. We did a lot of work to get set up, and then you wait, you get up set up, and then you wait for everybody to get there or whatever, and then it comes time to play the first song. And it's kind of I don't know, it's just a beginning of something great. It just starts. And to be honest with you, my songs were never first. I always got a little time to get ready. And when we first started playing gigs, I would have like 1 or 2 songs in the whole night. And then it just grew until I was just a full-on partner in the band where I had my share of the music. And it was a really nice variety of music that we played. And I always, always loved watching my husband and listening to his beautiful, soulful harmonica. It's just, I've never heard anybody play it the way he does. It's so beautiful. He can just be raunchy with it, and he can be beautifully soft with it. So he is just like amazing. And I would say, if I was going to say one thing I miss about being in a band, it's being able to watch my husband and listen to him play harmonica. And, you know, I could ask him to play it now, but it's not the same. You know, it's just not the same. I had this like comfort zone of having this band that sort of took care of me. I mean, they all knew that I was a novice and I didn't know what I was doing. And so they really did help me. I have to tell you this one story. So it was just me and my husband and John. He had a keyboard he could play pretty much a lot of music with. So we really didn't need anything else. So we were just the 3 of us playing this small little gig at a small little place. And I was singing my song. It was one of my songs. I memorized all my songs. And I got stuck on a verse and I couldn't get past it. Like, I couldn't get past that verse. Like, I kept singing the same verse over and over. I probably sang it 4 times. And I just was like stuck. And I just remember there was this moment when I looked over at John and he just started singing the verse that I was supposed to be singing, and he saved me. He got me out of it. It was so awful. I could have sang that verse for the next 2 hours. I just couldn't remember. But I did. I memorized all my songs. I practiced them every week so that they were always like, I would work on them. And it was like I would be like coached every week by our band leader, John, and he would listen at the gig and he would hear something that he wanted to fix in me, a note that just wasn't right or it just wasn't quite there. And so I got so used to critique that I was like uncomfortable with things being okay. I was more comfortable with what's wrong and I need to fix. What do I need to fix? What do I need to fix? So I was always fixing things. And I kind of liked that fine tuning, fine honing of the whole thing. And the more you sing the same song over and over, the more comfortable it feels. So I think about these like famous people singing the same songs year after year after year. And wouldn't they get tired of it? And in my opinion, the answer is no. That becomes like your comforting place that you're just comfortable and you know how to do it and you know it's going to work out and you know how it's going to sound. And I didn't get tired of most of my songs. If there was ones that I didn't like, I would just say so and we'd probably let it go and add something better in that I liked more. We all kind of had songs we liked to sing, and then we had songs that we thought would be best for the audience, that would fit with what we wanted to do. And so we all sang a little bit of what was best for us. Like, I was mostly a ballad singer. I wasn't really good at the rock and roll, but I wanted to be. I wanted to be so bad. I wish I had that rock and roll voice. Oh, I wish I had that. But I really just don't. But I tried nonetheless. My favorite thing was just to dance. Whether it was my song or not, I like to dance. And my son teased me because I dance like a 70s girl, because I am. I'm a 70s girl. My whole time period is 70s, and our band was 70s and 60s. And so it was like, that was so comfortable to me. It was so fun, and my favorite songs. I'd like to just kind of show you a little clip that I made so you could just see my band days.
I walk up to the smallest circle down on my rack. I open up the paper to the page in the back. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Heard some people talking just the other day. They said you were gonna put me on a shelf. always aching for you. I can't stand it. I need your love in my soul. Brother told me someday you were an old man, but you were the leader and a big old man. Man, you were going for miles around. You played music when the sun goes down. Baby, someday, did you think I would stay at this moment, faced with the knowledge that you don't love me? Did you think I would curse you or say things to hurt you? 'Cause you just don't love me no more. Did you think I would hate you or raise my hand to you? Come on, you know me too well. From Chicago to LA, 2,000 miles all the way. Put your kiss on Route 66. Goes to St. Louis, down to Missouri, Oklahoma City, like an all so pretty.
So there it was. That was pretty much it. I mean, there's like, I could have so many things. Now, right behind me, my dressmaker dummy is wearing my hippie costume because we would do a hippie party and it was super fun. So why did I quit? Because I quit. And I guess we were maybe 2 or 3 years doing this every weekend. And I just have to say that I don't know. I mean, I could tell you what I think it was at the time, but looking back, I think that you just spend a lot of time with your bandmates and it just can get to be too much. And I had just things that were happening that I just didn't think I wanted to put up with, or I didn't think was right or whatever. And so I just decided my band days were over. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, is to leave the band and break from the band. I was just like I wanted to come back and I wanted to change my mind and I wanted to stay, and then I didn't, and it was awful. And I mean, looking back, no, it was absolutely the best thing. It was the best thing. And where I'm at right now is places that I couldn't be if I was still doing that. We didn't have the full-on wedding photography going at that time, and we were able to just give our weekends back to my husband's work, and we couldn't have done that with the band. And it's just, there's so many reasons why it ended up being good for us. Do I miss it? I do. I miss it so much. It was just a wonderful, fun thing. I looked forward to it every week, and there was just something great about it. Like, it was just super fun, and I love singing. I mean, I really do love to sing. I wish that I could continue it somewhere, somehow. It just hasn't worked out in my life the way, I'm just really busy. We have a lot going on, and hubby and I still play and sing here at the house. And actually, a couple years ago, we wanted to do a little show for our kids at our family camping trip, and we actually called up John. We hadn't seen him in a while, and asked him if he would help us do this one song that we couldn't figure out on our own. And he was so nice. He came in, and it was really a nice little reunion for us. We hadn't played with him or learned from him in a long time, and he narrowed in on what we needed right away, and he got us up to snuff, and he helped us with our song, and that was really fun. And when we played it for our kids, they really enjoyed it. And so we play at home, and that's enough, and it's really fun. And if something changed, I wouldn't be mad about that, but it's not something I'm pursuing or anything like that. But I do look back on it fondly, and I still think, wow, at 50 I did something totally different, totally new, and I'm proud of myself, because I could have been too scared and I could have just said no, but I didn't ever say no. I just said yes, even though it was so hard. It was so hard. But I just had somebody willing to give me this like offer of something fabulous, and I just had to say yes. And I'm so glad I did, because it's a fun memory I'll always have. And I showed you that little clip, but I have 1,000 clips. Like, I literally have so much. And every once in a while, I'll play a couple of songs for hubby in the car when we're on a drive, and we'll just remember the days and how much fun it was and how much we really enjoyed our bandmates. And, you know, things just have their season, and ours had our season, and it ended. And, you know, we'll just look back on it with super happy memories. And I just thought it was a fun story I wanted to share with you as I come up on my next big birthday and looking to see what's next. What's next? Because I certainly never expected to be in a band at 50. That's just crazy. So that's my how I accidentally joined a rock and roll band story. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching. I hope you'll give me a comment, subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next video.
They said you were gonna put me on a shelf, but I got news for you. We'll soon find out it's true. You'll have to eat your lunch up by yourself. I'm already gone, and I'm feeling strong. Yes, I am.